So last week, a horrible flood ravaged the Sacramento River area, and I'm about to check out some of the wreckage. This is an area that I used to live. There's a RV park over here that would accept my ancient trailer, my 1973 Avion. Turns out you can't park those most places because everybody wants them to be 10 years or newer, and mine is not. So I used to live, these are my stomping grounds prior to where we are now, and I go walking here every now and then. And let me tell you, I can already see the devastation, but we're gonna walk a ways ahead and check out some more. Yikes! So you can already see that there was clearly a flood all the way up here. Sorry about the road noise, we'll get away from it eventually. This whole part of the forest looks as if it was underwater. Plastic bags stuck in debris. Unidentified pieces of cloth. Lots of grass laying flat as the water rushed over it. Now these floods do occasionally happen out here. When I lived out here, we got flooded out at least twice in 1 year. That Sacramento comes up and everybody that's on the riverside has to scram. If I remember right, we even got flooded out on Valentine's Day. Not the best. Uh-oh, hang on. I am not prepared for a river crossing. I think I'm gonna have to get back to the car and drive over to the place I want to show you, because this is still flooded. As you can see, there's still trailers out here stranded from being overflowed from the park, which is out here, the trailer park. All this was underwater. And here's the river, which is still rushing violently and very, very high. Normally there's a whole beach where you can sit down along here with sand and everything, but not right now. It is still raging and still very muddy. I'm going to take you over where there used to be a parking lot, but now merely the wreckage of one. Wow. You can see the broken up concrete where the floodwater just completely damaged everything. All this used to be parking. And now it's wrecked. It took it down to about half the available parking. And the water rages on. I don't want to fall in. See how high the water got in 1970. That breeze coming off the river is quite chilly. I think it stays about 50 degrees at all times, more or less. I'll have to look that up. I don't exactly know how cold it is. Quite cold. Here's a little pedestrian pathway that connects the parking lots. There's bathrooms, but half of them are usually closed. Woohoo! Echo! Woohoo! Ooh-wee! It's cold wind. But now I'm on a little trail that we used to jog on back when we lived here, and parts of it branch off to the river. So let's check that out. That river is right up there. In fact, it breaks off. Wow. It's a lot of water. Good old Sacramento. Well, the trail kind of peters out right about there. I don't know what happened to it, but it is no longer. I think I'm gonna have to head back. And then I tried to go over here, but it's so spongy and wet, I'm afraid of having a Salton Sea episode where I get sucked in. Wouldn't want that. I'm gonna try going back to the place I usually hike and see if there's anything interesting over there. Yeah. And it really only rained for like a day or so. I don't know how this much damage happened, but it must have rained a lot more elsewhere because there's a lot of storm damage. So now I'm at a completely different area of the preserve, and I'm seeing more flooding. All this water over here isn't usually there. It's like a little mini lake out there. So, and then I'm gonna go walk up to the riverside and check that out as well. Well, this sign has seen better days. Yikes. Well, it's actually a really wonderful Sunday to be out because it's Super Bowl Sunday and everyone else is watching TV. That's one of my favorite times to be out and about. So this isn't usually covered in water. I mean, it is further out, like out there, but not usually right up here. Wouldn't it be nice to have a photo shoot and put like a little canoe out here with a model in it, like one of those Renaissance type situations with a long white dress, and she's snoozing in the canoe, her long red hair falling into the muddy water. I don't often shoot anymore, but situations like this sometimes inspire me. Sometimes I do dream about doing random photo shoots again, like artistic ones though, not just like, you know, family portraits and stuff. I mean artistic shots, editorial photography with models. But you know, all that stuff takes time and it takes money. Like, just think about the logistics of bringing like a canoe out here. You'd have to carry it somehow, put it in there, get all the right angles, have your hair and makeup artist make sure that she looks good, get the right outfits. I mean, it's a lot of work. Not to say that I'm afraid of hard work. I've done plenty of that and I'm still doing plenty of that. But at the end of the day, there's no money in it. It's always the most creative stuff that you really want to do that doesn't pay. So that's why art doesn't get made. Because at the end of the day, at some point, you got to pay your bills. And if no one's paying you to shoot that kind of stuff, then you gotta shoot stuff you don't want to shoot, like weddings and babies, and that's why I left. I don't want to do that. I just want to shoot the fun shit. But back to the wreckage. Look at this. Just all of this near stagnant water at the edge of the massive river. It's crazy. It's not usually like this. So you can see how far up it goes. Almost to the banks. Wow. Thought maybe it was going to stir the water up, but it's not quite long enough. That's what she said. Well, I think that's where I'm going to end this video. Man, floods are crazy. So I hope everybody is safe out here, and I hope people didn't lose their homes or have them damaged or whatever. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. I'm never really quite sure how to approach these types of videos, like filming damaged areas, because I don't want to be like exploitative, you know. That's why, like, I could have gone and tried to interview people who had their houses flooded, or their trailers flooded out, I mean. But I don't know, I'm still iffy on that kind of stuff, so forgive me if that's what you thought this was going to be. It's not. But I do want to mention I have turned on channel memberships, so now I am offering members only videos, and I'm still kind of formulating what I'm going to do and how I'm going to approach that. But if you'd like a deeper, longer, juicier dive into Invicta land, you should consider joining. Alright, see you next video. Bye! Boy, in another time or place, I'd be running this whole trail. It's like 7 miles almost, I think. Between 6 and 7, I already forgot. But it's always been my goal to get back to doing the full loop. Alas, not today. But one day I'll get back there. Especially on a day like this when there's just nobody out here. These are my favorite. Oh, just when I say that, I see somebody coming. Okay, bye!